Hi, this is Dave Shapton from RedShark, and I'm with Matt Bennion from G Technology. G Technology's got some fantastic new developments here. Let's have a look at some of them.
Sure.
First of all, Thunderbolt 3.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for coming to see us.
No problem.
We're super excited about launching some great new Thunderbolt 3 products this year. The first unit that we'll talk about is the GDrive with Thunderbolt 3. On the back of this, we have two Thunderbolt 3 ports, plus a USB-C Gen 1 port and a K-lock. So this can be a great, reliable enterprise class solution for mission critical data that you really have to make sure is safe and reliable. We make them in stackable aluminum enclosures, so as projects get closed, you can continue to store these easily. And it's a great drive for just about any really creative application that needs 250 megabytes a second of performance. Right below that, we're also featuring the GRAID. Now the GRAID is like the GDrive, but it has two drives running in RAID 0 or RAID 1, and that's configurable by the user. It also features two Thunderbolt 3 ports for daisy chaining, but the USB-C port that we've added is actually Gen 2, and the Gen 2 port delivers a higher throughput, and so you get every bit of that performance, whether you're using the USB port or the Thunderbolt port.
What do you say a higher throughput? How much higher?
So it's 500 megabytes a second. If we didn't put the Gen 2 on there, it would bottleneck at about 450 or something a little lower. So to get every ounce of those drive speed out, we have to use the Gen 2 connector that gives that extra little ounce of performance that we can get out of these drives. And so we want to make sure we're maximizing the performance we can get out of these beautiful enterprise UltraStar drives that we have inside. Now, the other really neat feature of the GRAID is we've also taken a component of that Thunderbolt 3 pipe that's 40 gigabits a second. Some of that's reserved for monitor, and with Thunderbolt 3 I can now drive a 4K 60 monitor, even with some HDR in there. So for people working in that space, this has also got that HDMI port, which is very convenient, and we've added that.
So just so I understand this topology, so you'll come out of a laptop with the Thunderbolt 3, that'll go into the drive, and then you can plug a monitor into the drive.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So one cable, one shoelace-sized cable.
Exactly. So it's convenient, but it's also got enough performance that you're not sacrificing anything just by daisy chaining. So if you've got a great 5K monitor or a 4K 60 or an HDR screen, this is a great place to connect that. One cable connection and your notebook's back home with you. Otherwise, you can come back in the next day and dock again, and it's real easy.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I know you've been doing some interesting stuff with Atomos.
That's right. So we love our friends at Atomos. We have, of course, got some other products here that we'll talk about that have some EV Bay adapters. Yes. We love our EV ecosystem. Yeah. We support the Atomos Master Caddy with that. But by working with those guys, we've also supported the Shogun Inferno and the new Sumo 19, which support HDR and this 4K 60. So I've actually got a Shogun Inferno connected here. I can either record the video that's coming out now of this HDMI port, or I could use it as a monitor in post to really look at the color of stuff that my notebook, which is standard dynamic range, can't even see. Okay,
fantastic. All right, let's talk about the EV range.
Sure. So our G-Speed Shuttle XL, this is my favorite drive for G-Tech. We have, of course, got the enterprise class 7200 RPM drives inside. It comes in two configurations, either 6 HDDs with 2 EV slots or 8 HDDs. Thanks to Thunderbolt 3, we're getting up to 2,000 megabytes a second on the 8-bay version and 1,500 megabytes a second on the 6-bay version. And these EV ecosystem allow me to plug in a reader and an SSD, 2 readers, and this makes the process of ingesting and duplicating in this part of my workflow not only simple and fast, but really, really robust. So this is a great product. It's transportable. There's Pelican cases that have custom cut foam for overhead bins, checking. This is designed to go places and do things and do it real fast with Thunderbolt 3.
Okay, now one thing I wanted to ask you, because I think I heard that you now have a 5-year warranty.
That's right. So we've moved into a 5-year warranty. We're using UltraStar 7200 enterprise drives. These are such great drives. We know our hardware is going to take the abuse, and so we're offering a 5-year warranty on all the new Thunderbolt 3 products.
Okay, all good news. All right, Matt, thanks ever so much.
Thank you, David.